Trails don't build themselves, and they certainly don't maintain themselves. And right now, our trails are getting more use than ever. They need maintenance, but we can't have trail work days right now because we can't get large groups of people together. So this is a great solution. This is a trail pod, which is a remote trail maintenance station. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to build one of these and then how to use it once you get it back out here on the trail. We're gonna build this trail pod here in my garage with parts I got at my local hardware store, and then I'm gonna ride the trail pod into the section of trail that needs some work, and it's gonna live there for the summer and work its way up the trail. Let's get started with what we're gonna need for this project. First off, you're gonna need two 10-foot sections of 3/4 inch conduit. We're gonna need a whole bunch of bolts and nuts, and those will be listed in the description. We're gonna need a chain, arrow, end caps. Then we're gonna need a plastic box where you can keep your clipboard, and volunteer forms if this is counting towards grants in your area. For our area, we also got a sign that has instructions. This tells them what they should be doing. The tools we're gonna put on the trail pod are a Rogue Travis tool. This is, in my opinion, the best trail building tool out there. It's got all of the features you'll need, and you can tamp with it, you can rake with it, you can cut with it. It's a pretty awesome all-around tool. And then we're going to put these Fiskars clippers with it as well. And the cool thing with these is they have these quick release handles so you can make them longer. The tools we're gonna need for this project are hammer, hacksaw, pen, tape measure, file, some wrenches to tighten things up. We're also gonna need a drill and a couple drill bits. First thing we're going to do is cut this conduit into two 60-inch sections. We're gonna cut these in half right where I marked them. We're gonna file the edges smooth, and then we're gonna drill a 3/8 inch hole 1 inch down all the way through. After we've drilled the hole, we're gonna smash the top end of this one down so that it fits in the middle. Now we're gonna take our larger bolt, washers, and lock nut, and we're gonna assemble the tripod. So your smashed in one is going to go right in the middle. The washers help ensure that this can open and close when you need it to. Now we're gonna snug this up with a ratchet and an open-end wrench. Doesn't need to be too tight yet. Once we get it to right here, we're actually gonna need to bend this bolt to get the legs out where they're gonna need to be. Cut your remaining 60-inch section into a 30-inch and a 20-inch. These will be your crossbars that we'll put right here and here, and we can start by marking where we're gonna drill these and then go ahead and drill these. On this left side, I'm gonna use a slightly longer bolt, a little bushing, and an arrow. This shows which way the pod is moving down the trail. And then a washer and a lock nut on the back of each of these to hold them in place. Next thing we need to do is straighten this out, mark our holes here, as well as on our crossbar, then do a little more drilling and put the bottom together. Before we put this on, we can also go ahead and mark and drill where our U-bolts are going, and these are what will be holding the tools. Now we can put in our crossbar and U-bolts and wrap this thing up. When you attach one of these bolts, let's go ahead and attach the chain at the same time, and then we'll drill another hole and attach it on this side. We're gonna need to mark and drill a couple more holes for our clipboard holder. So you're gonna want to center this on your crossbar and just have these holes right here for whatever holder you end up using. And we'll just push these through right here. Now we can put our end caps on to give this thing a finished look. Now we're gonna put our U-bolts in. We need to put some lock nuts down to hold them on this side, and then we'll put the other lock nuts on the other side of the bar to hold it together. If it's pointed up too much because of the way you drilled your holes, you can bend it down a little bit. And there you have it. That's how you build a trail pod. Now let's get this out on the trail. We're gonna tune up one of my favorite sections, and then we're gonna ride it. All right, I got the trail pod strapped to my camelback, so I'm gonna climb a bit of pavement, then dip off onto the trail, and then get to work. Slightly awkward. These trail pods are meant to be put in place and then walked down the trail, so they're not necessarily designed to be ridden in, but you can if you need to. All right, this is funny. If you're thinking about stealing these tools, I can assure you there are much, much easier ways to obtain a used shovel. All right, I think this spot will do. So we're up on the WOW Trail, which was built by Wasatch Trails Foundation in Midway, Utah, and we're gonna do some tuning. Ah! What I'm gonna do first is tune up this berm. There's a hole in the bottom of it and there's a stick sticking out from downfall. So we're gonna clip this stuff. We're gonna fill in this hole there and get it all tuned up for the season. And now for the best part. Let's see how it rides. That works much better. We got rid of the hole and we made it a nice smooth radius all the way around the turn. Let's fix one more spot today, then we're gonna do some riding. People have been cutting through the trail instead of taking the switchback back there. So what I'm gonna do is knock down this old tree and stack a few others in the way here, and then do a little bit of dirt work down there. On to the next spot. The other thing that's nice about the trail pods is you can just do a few minutes of work here and there. If you have 5 minutes, put in 5 minutes. You have more time, do more. Every little bit helps. A really important spot to keep tuned up on trails is the inside of corners. If that grows in too much, you're not going to be able to see what's around the corner, which makes it more dangerous for head-on collisions. All right, now we can see all the way through that corner. It's going to be a lot safer for the whole summer. All right, let's go. Now we're coming into the section where I did some work. There's our corner. Nice. There's our little side hit we tuned up. This trail's so fun. Oh, I love this trail. All right, there's our trail pod. When you're done working for the day, put the trail pod in a safe location just on the side of the trail, turn the arrow which way it needs to go, and then carry on with having a great day on the trails. Huge thanks to Angie and Paul Bradshaw, who came up with the idea for this trail pod, and to the crew at Wasatch Mountain State Park for adopting these into their trail network as well. If you want to support the trails here in Wasatch County, go to wasatchtrails.org and become a member. It really helps us get more trails. Your trail pod doesn't have to look exactly like this. This is just how we made ours. Check the description for the full supply list of what I use to build this trail pod. And then if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Eric Porter and we'll see you on the next adventure.